In this problem, we're being asked to find the equation of a line in slope-intercept form. Before I go too far, I want to think about the standard forms of equations that I can think of. The first one is the slope-intercept form. That's y is equal to mx plus b. This is called the slope-intercept form because inside of it I'll have the slope m and the y-intercept b. The other standard equation of a line that I remember is the point-slope form. Y minus y1 is equal to m times the quantity x minus x1. This is called the point-slope form because inside of it I'll have a point, x1, y1, as well as the slope. It's interesting to note that for both of these forms I need to know the slope. The slope m is equal to the rise over the run, which will be the change in y over the change in x. So knowing that I need to know the change in y over the change in x, it's really important to think about what x and y represent. And they tell us that in the problem. The number of hot dogs that were sold is y, and the price in dollars is x. So I'm going to start off over here by writing a standard ordered pair described in words. My x is represented by the number of dollars, or the price of the hot dogs, and the y represents the number of hot dogs. So I'll just say the number of HD for hot dogs. So once I have the form of my ordered pairs, the next thing that I want to do is start looking for where those two pieces of information are together in the problem. And in the first couple of sentences, what I notice is that when the hot dogs were $1 each, they sold 650 of them. So that's going to be an ordered pair. The price was $1, and the number of hot dogs was 650. The next ordered pair that I see is for the following week. They raised the price to $1.50, and when they did that, they only sold 475 dogs. So my ordered pair here is going to be price 1.50, $1.50, and they sold 475 hot dogs. So with that, I now need to find the change in y over the change in x. And it's kind of nice the way I wrote my two ordered pairs one on top of the other, because now all I have to do is subtract these, and I'll get the change in y and the change in x. Subtracting my y values, 650 minus 475 is 175. That would be my rise, change in y. The change in x, when I do 1 minus 1.5, I'll get negative 0.50. Change in x, negative 0.50. Dividing the two, I'll end up with negative 350. So now I need to start plugging things into my two standard forms, or one of my standard forms for my equation of a line. And I really want to use the slope-intercept if I can, but I don't know the y-intercept. To know that, I would have to know the price, or the number of hot dogs for when the price was 0, when x is 0. So I have to use the point-slope form. Y minus y1, that's either one of my y coordinates. I'm going to use the first point that I have here because I don't have any decimals. So y minus the y coordinate of 650 is equal to the slope, negative 350, times x minus the x coordinate of 1. So this is the point-slope form for the equation of a line, but I need to have the slope-intercept form. To get that, I'll distribute the slope. This will give me y minus 650 is equal to negative 350 times x is negative 350x. Negative 350 times negative 1 is positive 350. And then I'll need to get the 650 to the right-hand side. To do that, I'll add 650 to both sides. This will give me y is equal to negative 350x. And then 350 plus 650 is 1,000. And that will be the equation of my line in slope-intercept form.